required was less. Yeah. So bandwidth, you know bandwidth,
instruction
right?
देने
That is basic. So bandwidth required would be less. So see earlier what used to happen is there was an area. Suppose this is an area, right? So there was a base station here, and this was a base station that was receiving and transmitting both, and this was the main area, right? Now this was serving this entire area, and this user said there were 50 users, right? So let's serve 50 users. Now what if it became 5,000? Can this antenna serve 5,000 users? No, we cannot, because bandwidth is limited. Because we have only limited spectrum in our hand to be efficiently communicating with the other person. You can have large bandwidth, but that bandwidth is not supportive because then the quality of service. That is, when you call and suppose suddenly your call drops. Why it drops? Because the quality of service is not good from the provider. So why that happens? Because of the either their bandwidth is limited or they are supporting more number of users, right? So initially this was 50, it became 5,000, suddenly became 5 crores, suddenly became 10 crores, right? The population is increasing, so this base station cannot serve. So there came the idea of cellular communication. So yeah, like. So this region you understand by this region, okay? This region is corresponding to this region. I have drawn circle, this is this region. There was one base station only, not this diagram, only one base station. And it was serving this entire area. Now what I do is, I divide this region into discrete number of cells. By cells, what do you mean by cells? Yeah, answer first. First, cells. First, you know, yeah. Speak, whatever you know. Cells.
So small units for distribution of...
Yeah, fine. So cells can be of any size, and see, we have divided this into hexagonal cells, right? So you can use any geometric shape, or you could have used circles also. But see, if I divide this area into circle, so this is one circle, this is another circle, this is another circle, right? I have to divide it. So this region is empty. So there is no serving of this region, right? I could have used square, yeah, but this square is not an approximate to circle. See, if I take the perimeter of the circle and then plot, then I will have get square like this, something like that. So the area that is there is not been properly served, right? So the best approximate is hexagon. Hexagon is the best approximate to circle, and also second thing is the interference. There is some factor called interference. I'll be discussing that. So that is easily calculable by mathematics through these hexagons, right? So we divide this area into hexagons. Then each hexagon has a base station serving, right? So there is, if you see this small area, this has a base station, here base station, here base station, here. So this area is served by this base station. And now see, this region, the white, pink, green, red, orange, this is being repeated. See, this is being repeated here. So this is being repeated somewhere else. So this is the idea of cellular communication. What we can do is, if we are using a frequency band in this region, then we can use the same frequency band in this region. Yes. Now the question is, if we use frequency band in this region and we can use frequency band in this region, the both are same. So there will be some amount of interference because same frequencies we are using. So actually there is small amount of interference, but our hardware is designed such that it is in tolerable limits, right? So what we are doing is, see, we cannot have in nearby regions we cannot use the same frequency, right? Because if you use nearby region same frequency, then there will be interference between the neighboring cells. But by mathematics we can calculate the distance that is the tolerable distance that we can reuse the frequency, right? So what we are doing, our spectrum was limited, we reuse the same frequencies again and again. So this area, many customers are being many customers are being served in this area, right? So this is the concept of frequency reuse. So yeah, so this is channel 1. All those names are given. There are 7 channels. So these 7 channels are repeated. So whatever is repeated is called a cluster. So this is a cluster, and this the individual cells are called cells, right? And each cell has a base transceiver station. By transceiver, what we mean? transmitter and receiver, right? Okay, so base is just a name, transceiver, transmitter plus receiver, and station is station. Nothing new here. Yeah. So I explained the concept of frequency reuse. So just go through method used by service provider to improve the efficiency of cellular network and to serve millions of subscribers using a limited radio spectrum. Frequency is being reused in an area. Earlier there was no frequency reuse. So there was a limited bandwidth and only one base station used to serve. So that is the concept of frequency reuse. Now based on the fact that after a distance a radio wave gets attenuated and signal falls below a point where it can no longer be used or cause any interference. So signal is attenuated after some distance. We can visualize that. Okay. Then transmitter transmitting in a specific frequency range will have only a limited coverage area. So we have a transmitter and it will have, obviously it will have some coverage area, limited coverage area. It cannot serve the entire area. So power level, because of power level, right? So that is one. Beyond coverage area, frequency is used by another transmitter. So that after covering some distance, another transmitter is using the same frequency. Cells in a cellular network. So I explained what are cells. So cells are basic geographical unit of a cellular network, represented graphically as a hexagonal shape, but in reality it is irregular in shape. It can be irregular for mathematics, for performing mathematics, and for our visualization, we consider it as hexagons, right? So yeah, so it is irregular in shape, and width of the cell changes as demand changes. Suppose that the cell was serving 500 customers, and suppose that it needed to serve 5,000. So what it will do? It will increase its power level. The transmitter that is there in the center, that will increase its power level, and it will serve more area. So whenever the demand increases, the cell size changes. So I will be discussing more on that at the later slide. So width of the cell changes as demand changes. And cluster, the basic definition I told you, is a group of adjacent cells, usually 7 cells, and no frequency reuse is done within a cluster. So there was a cluster and no frequency reuse was done in that cluster, right? Right? So next please. Yeah.
How can we increase the power of transmitting?
Yeah.
How can we increase the power, like in frequency or what?
Power by amplitude, I mean. Yeah. Power level. See, if you increase the power level, then you can imagine that if I increase the power level, suppose this is my base station. If I increase the power level, then the waves will go farther away.
He is asking, how can you increase the power?
Yeah, that is a problem of antenna. So you will have to go to the antenna part. So you can, by increasing current and voltage, that antenna part, the antenna concepts come. Yeah.
So two signals having same frequency
Yeah.
from two different clusters.
Yeah.
So how can we differentiate them by distance?
By I don't get it. By
So two signals.
Ah.
So two signals from different clusters.
Yeah.
How can we differentiate them on the basis of distance? So you tell
By
that-
interference. See, there is a minimum tolerable limit that a base station can survive from a neighboring base station that is using the same frequency. So if at all suppose this base station is receiving the same frequency, and there is an interference happening here. Okay. So if the interference is limited, there is a tolerable limit that an hardware can support, right? So if the interference is limited, that distance is being measured by mathematical concepts, and then this distance is being predicted.
There is one cell and it cannot be in contact with two cells of the same color.
Yeah.
Tell him that because he's asking how can he differentiate two cells that are using the same frequency. But the fact is that there will be no two cells that use the same frequency.
So there will no, in a cluster there will not.
In contact to one cell,
Yeah.
like in contact to that orange cell,
Yeah.
there won't be two green cells.
Yeah, there will
be
not.
only one green.
Yeah.
So there is no question of of two clusters having using the same frequency.
No. Not two clusters. This cluster is being repeated here, right? So if this cluster is being repeated here, then this frequency is being reused. Yeah. Only
Okay, sir. Supposing that there is a cell there, and it has to transmit information to a cell to the far top corner.
Yeah.
So it will do it. How will it do it? Directly, or will it pass it to a neighboring cell and then?
No, I will be talking on that later on. It will be covered later on. I'll be covering. If your doubt was that, what he asked. Yeah, next. Yeah, so basic structure. So, go. Yeah, so there is a question. I will ask, what you predict, how will you communicate? So you give me answers, how will you communicate from here to your friend? So hands up and we'll first. I have a mobile phone. I want to communicate with somebody else. So tell me what are the basic blocks that you will use for communicating from here to somewhere else. So what all things are required? First. Yeah.
So first I will convert my voice to electrical signals.
Yeah. Then.
And that message signal will be, I will modulate that.
Yeah. Tell me the basic blocks. Suppose say mobile. Then what will you use? Yeah.
Mobile,
Yeah.
and then receiver at the local station.
Wait. Let me write.
Mobile and receiver at the local station.
Fine. Receiver.
Receiver, and then receiver, whatever the station receives, it will communicate with the father station.
Repeaters. Yeah.
Father
Fine.
station.
Yeah. Fine. Then-
With some channels.
yeah.
And then the receiver at that station will receive and then communicate with the local partner of mine.
Okay. Fine. That's a good answer. And so I will be. Yeah.
Okay.
So see. So what he told. We have a SIM, what is called as a SIM card. Everybody knows what is a SIM card, right? Subscriber identity module. Then we have our mobile equipment, the mobile that we have, right? Then we have what is called as base transceiver station. Just go back for frequency use. Back. Yeah. So these all stations in the middle.